Okay, here we go. XRP is now wrapped by TOKENSOFT. It's wrapped in Ethereum. That's a big deal. Or is it a big deal? Is this all just smoke and mirrors? It was announced today that the asset will be backed 1-to-1 with XRP. It's wrapped in Ethereum, and it will start being available in December. This is XRP made for DeFi. Interestingly enough, the company who is putting out this wrapped XRP, TOKENSOFT, is backed none other by Coinbase. The plot thickens. So, Rice, for the people, what is the importance of a wrapped token on a different network?
Well, the cool thing about having wrapped tokens is it allows you to be able to utilize those tokens on another blockchain because we don't have that kind of interoperability or that cross-chain action going on right now where they can communicate between different blockchains. What I find really interesting, though, about this is, and tell me if I'm wrong with this and I'm mistaken, but the Flare airdrop, the whole Flare network and Songbird, wasn't that supposed to be bringing XRP into the DeFi element? I don't see why we need to be wrapping XRP for Ethereum. To me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't see why the Flare network hasn't stepped up and brought that kind of opportunity to the XRP army and the cryptocurrency space. They've talked about Songbird, which is going to be kind of their canary network, their test network to be able to test out what's going on. So, I mean, it just makes sense that it would move forward in that direction. But, I mean, we're going to see, until we see that interoperability or that cross-chain action happening the way it's supposed to, we're going to be seeing a lot more of these wrapped tokens. Obviously, this is not a first. We've seen Bitcoin being wrapped on Ethereum, and we're seeing a lot of other tokens mainly being wrapped on Ethereum for the most part. But it gives that exposure for those tokens to be able to be utilized on those other networks for DeFi purposes and other purposes like decentralized applications as well.
Yeah. So, and that's a really interesting question. Like, why on earth? What's the point of Flare Network then? Joe, can you weigh in on Flare, Songbird, and the utility of a wrapped XRP?
I mean, to be completely transparent, and thanks again for inviting me back on the show. I really do appreciate being here and being around all the other guests here. But the Flare thing, to me, I have no idea 100% what's going on over there. I remember when it came out, and the funny thing is like I still have a snapshot of those tokens, but like nothing's happened with that. So
yeah,
I'm 100% not sure like what is going to happen with that. As far as the DeFi with XRP, I think the interesting thing is the lending and borrowing aspect of this, right? Because right now we're in the thick of the bull run. I think a majority of us will actually agree with, right? And so we are seeing people leveraging and going long. I think it was Raw Powell is like all in on DeFi. I'm not sure what his name was, but anyways, he's all in on DeFi, and he like literally like is just gone all in on Ethereum. And so the fact that you can get your XRP over to Ethereum now, and you can lend and borrow and then basically leverage yourself long with your XRP, I think it's just going to bring even more money into the market. And I think that right there is one of the main utilities that I think we're going to be seeing with this. And again, it's just more use case for XRP. It's just more exposure in general. People are going to be like, oh, XRP is over on Ethereum. Okay, I can trade for this. I can buy for that. And yeah, it's just going to, I think, expand everything that's happening, more awareness. And I think it's just going to be an overarching thing that we're going to see with a lot of these other tokens moving forward as well.
Okay, so great points. And if anyone has comments, like let's chop it up. Let's go a little popcorn style. BJ is hot on the mute button, so if you get out of line, we'll take you down. But if you got something to say, chime in, and I'll give you the floor. But for now, Steve, is this bad timing for an XRP DeFi play? Like what?
So
what are they thinking?
I think it's a little bit of an attention grab for the XRP army because they're a pretty vibrant community.
Oh boy!
But the wrapped concept, I think, is a really powerful one for custodying. So they're backed by, like you mentioned, Coinbase, and not all custodians can custody every different asset out there. So if you're able to wrap and custody, it's just a new way to be able to pull in all of these new assets. And I love that it's on Ethereum. I'm so so fascinated by what everybody's doing on Ethereum and with DeFi and everything. But I do think this article is very much like an engagement play towards the XRP army, and I like that it is, you know, poking that community and everything like that. But you know, the company Wrapped is a pretty large organization that's wrapping all these different assets that different custodians can then get their arms around and bring them in. So I know they're working with Anchorage as well, the really big crypto custodian company. But overall, I think it's great news because it's just more people utilizing Ethereum for beautiful, beautiful things like wrapping. And
Excellent.
yeah, I'm excited about it.
I did forget to mention, I thought that little bubble was actually wrapped about XRP, and that's what we were talking about. But
oh boy, Stash. Look, does DeFi and XRP even make sense? And these guys are wrapping other tokens like Zcash and Filecoin. Is this maybe some way to, like, because it's wrapped in ETH, are they trying to get in with some sort of ETH ETF? I don't know. Like, if you're doing DeFi right now, are you like rubbing your hands together? Oh man, XRP, I can't wait.
I mean, you know, when it comes to wrapped XRP, the way I feel about it is, you know, you could take a piece of dog shit and wrap it in a gold blanket, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's something I'm going to trade.
Making friends, making friends.
With this kind of news, I mean,
making friends with the army.
Hey, you know, I'll call them like I see them, man. I've never been a fan of XRP. The token itself, you know, Ripple as a concept, as a company, there's some merit there, but it really doesn't have much to do with crypto in itself. XRP's scrambling. They're looking for something to, like, hey, do we have a use case? I don't know, man. Let's throw some DeFi in there, wrap the damn coin. Maybe we could do something with it there. It seems like, yeah, Flare Network really did not work out. Nothing's really been moving with that. Everyone was like, you know, anytime there's some sort of talking point, you do see this XRP army like, oh, but Flare Network, all this, and then nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing continues to happen. So, I mean, I feel like this is a little bit of grasping straws, you know, and the wrap concept, I think, is a novel concept, but I also think that it puts a huge spotlight on the ineptness and the ineptitude of some of these, you know, older blockchains. The fact that they don't have these cross-chain EVM compatibilities, you know, really says, oh, well, we'll just wrap it and stick it on there, and no problem. Like, now you're just adding more complication, more steps to the whole process. Instead of doing, you know, native DeFi aspects on your chain, you got to go and try and wrap the coin and stick it on some other chain. So I think it also puts a pretty big spotlight on the fact that, you know, that there's still a lot of work to be done on the cross-chain compatibility sector of things, you know, and obviously, you know, these coins, they want to take advantage of the fact that Ethereum is red hot right now. That's what this is really about. They're trying to steal a little bit of Ethereum spotlight right now, and a little bit of that rocket ship fuel from Ethereum, because as you guys can see, man, up 10+% today. We're all on that ETH train, and that thing is going to the damn moon, man. Where it's going to be like a train with a rocket ship attached to the back, and then it just goes straight up. And that's where we're going, and everyone wants to be a part of that. So I think that's really where this play comes in. It's not going to be something that's going to be super used, in my opinion. There's a lot of other better DeFi coins out there that you could be using.
Yep. Thank you, Stash.
Well
so
said.
that's kind of the thing. Like, is anyone really in the mood to spend $50 to trade your XRP or put it in DeFi? Like, if it's on Ethereum, like, the gas fees are insane. Why wouldn't you wrap it in literally any, like, wrap it in Polygon, like literally anything else, like Solana, Cardano, like
Binance Smart Chain would make sense, especially since Ripple and XRP itself I consider to be a centralized cryptocurrency, or even
but they're mortal enemies. They're mortal enemies. They'll never do that.
It would make
but at least I guess now you can do something with XRP. Maybe that's the, like, hey, look, we can actually finally do something with it. Like, they're just pissed because they're seeing, like, Cardano, you can do things with it, Solana, Ethereum, like all these other coins. You know, even Shiba, which I hate and I don't give a shit about, but, like, you know, at least they're talking about coming out with
shit about it.
And NFTs and gaming and stuff like that. So I mean, there's something. I mean, and just XRP is just like, I don't know, what do we do? DeFi, I guess.
What do we do? So okay, look, if you work for Flare Network or Songbird, and you've got something to say, like, reach out to the channel, come on and explain yourself, because, like, explain it. Like, we need to know. Like, we need to know these things. We can't just rely on your Twitter to tell us what's going on all the time. Like, we need that inside information
Got some
so people can
splaining
stay
to
engaged
do.
with the project. Like, so XRP Army, get your Songbird people, get your Flare Network people to reach out to the channel. We can have them on and have a conversation. So BJ, are you able to pull up the chat a little bit more for YouTube?